Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you in another video. All right, so it's Kobe Day. Kobe Day. Yesterday was his birthday, and today is 8/24. So we celebrate both his jersey numbers, of course. I'm wearing 8 today. Yesterday I wore 24 and was very happy about it. So, more or less, I just have good news to bring to everybody. That's why I have this smirk on my face because Vanessa Bryant won the case. She was awarded, I believe, $15 million against the sheriff department, who uh, did in fact share pictures of Kobe Bryant and Gigi and all of the victims um, at their leisure. And at that point, it became very clear that this had taken place, and of course that lawsuit was filed. So today, victory was found, and that is awesome because obviously it's Kobe Day, and I can't think of a better way for that to have gone down. Poetic justice indeed. So couldn't be more happy as somebody who appreciates what Kobe's legacy is about. Watched so many of his most, dominant moments on the court with my mother and with friends, and just by myself. Some of the best moments I can remember as a child was watching him do what it is that he did best, and I do mean did best. Highly underrated historically at this point, and I think that's something that needs to be revisited. I think that's something that needs to be revisited by all of us when we start thinking about Kobe Bryant's scoring legacy. We start thinking about the toughness. We start thinking about his skills. I hear a lot about who is the greatest skills player of all time. Kobe Bryant's not getting enough attention in that regard. Um, I think people need to revisit some of what he did, footwork wise, picking his spot to get into his position, how he used his strength, how he used speed and things of that nature to effectively bump off of people and things of that nature, and keeping balance and creating shots where there otherwise isn't any, weren't any rather. Um, I think about Phoenix, when it was just a play on the fly with expiring time, and I believe it might have been Metal World Peace. I don't remember who it was. Got it to him, um, and he was able to lay it in a very awkward position where he was able to hit it off the back end of the glass and in. And to this very second, I honestly don't understand what it is that I saw. I watched it a million times, and I'm like, I don't understand. It's not that I don't understand what I saw. It's that how he was able to create the angle, make the shot with that much pressure on the clock, and that much defense on him at the same time. It's a playoff game. I think it was overtime. I mean, the highest level of intensity, with the highest level of difficulty, and he would connect on those shots and plays like that consistently. So when we talk about greatest of all time, some players may be bigger, stronger, faster, maybe have better floor vision, whatever, better handles, but you have to understand what it is that Kobe was able to accomplish when it mattered most. Go back and look at that season that he had. I think it was 12 buzzer beaters in one season or some ridiculous number. I might be exaggerating. I might not be. To be honest with you, he hit a lot of buzzer beaters that year. And it's just, it's to understand that it was difficult building a team around Kobe Bryant in the end because of some of the decisions that have been made, trades that have been made. The Chris Paul situation really set the Lakers back big time. But if Kobe Bryant would have had more opportunities to play clutch basketball, we would have seen him win more championships. Teams, players would not have been able to stop him down the stretch. He had already proven that against some of those very same players. Now, I got to admit, my guy Bron has given him a lot, gave him a lot of trouble. But a lot of times, our team wasn't any good those years. We weren't competitive. It wasn't like we were competing for championships when that happened. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the time, Kobe would get injured trying to guard Bron. I mean, I can remember maybe 2 or 3 games where Kobe started the game but didn't finish the game because he got injured trying to guard that dude. So, I don't think it was ever a fair shot if they could have ever just been great at the same time. I think we would have seen something special, man. Because at the end of the day, I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that. I always wanted to see that. I'm not going to sit up here and make any declarations, but I just know that Kobe Bryant doesn't get his fair share. And if he would have had opportunities to prove himself against some of these other guys with the right team around him, he would have shut down a lot of teams that won championships while he was, you know, while he was able to do so. I think our team just wasn't able to build in a way that would allow him to win more. But if you think, I believe Kobe was only capable of 5 championships and 7 NBA Finals appearances, think again, buddy. No, he was capable of more than that, much more than that. So I think that that's something we need to consider. But yeah, man, Kobe Day, the great Kobe Bean Bryant. I can only think about great moments on and off the court. When I think of off the court, I think about the dedication he had to putting forth investment in the community and helping those who are less fortunate, those without homes, those without, basic resources. In a lot of cases, he was able to get with certain organizations and really invest in those and really just help a lot. And that was something that he was known for, as well as just touching the community, being around. Kobe Bryant would show up. I remember once at the ESPN Zone while working there, he showed up, and the energy that place had with him in the room, it was as if the whole room swayed with him. You know what I mean? You could tell where he was, even if your back was turned to him, because everybody else was moving as he moved. It was a very, very unique experience. You could clearly see the level of celebrity was unique. As somebody who grew up in Hollywood, California, I've been around celebrities. His celebrity was different. You know what I mean? You could feel the aura of his greatness. You could tell when somebody had not only put in an amazing amount of work, but had accomplished so much in doing so. It's a certain level of it's just a certain energy that comes with knowing that person has accomplished all those things and having them in front of you. And just thinking about the work ethic, the hours he put in, and then the balance to be able to also be a part of raising a family, and that balance with his work ethic. I can only imagine, the sacrifices that the family made in order for him to maintain what it is that his greatness was about. And I think a great deal about how much I'm certain he appreciated being able to spend retirement away from the game and having the schedule to be able to spend more time with his family. So that's just something that I think about. You know what I mean? With all respects to the family, man, what comes to mind and what comforts me it is knowing they went to church that morning, knowing that they went to church that morning. I don't know if anybody follows that. I don't know if you're a religious person or a believing person, but that just settles me in some way. It really does, as a fan and as somebody who appreciated watching him live doing what it is he did. At Staples Center, at the Forum, as I said, at ESPN Zone, to see someone, alive, and to just, want the best for them, and to hope that they were at peace when it mattered most. So yeah, that's what gives me peace. I just think about that. So all in all, Kobe Day, we celebrate Kobe every day, obviously. Looking forward, I think when I think about Kobe Bryant, I think about how much I know he's going to appreciate Powell's jersey going up. That's what comes to mind. I just get a feeling that matters a lot. It mattered. He said it. You know what I mean? We got live footage of him mentioning how important that night's going to be. And I think it's important that I just tell you guys that I feel a great deal that Powell's done a fantastic job at being present as an uncle. And, it's just going to be a great deal of support going up for Powell. And we're going to be thinking about Kobe Bryant that day for sure. And it's just a great deal of good energy and love there that I know we can't wait to experience as fans. So that's just something I wanted to mention as well. So yeah, man, all in all, Kobe Bean Bryant, we salute him here, and the family, of course, couldn't be more happy that they won that case. And may that be a lesson to anybody who wants to share anything of any nature in that regard. There can be repercussions for that. Please respect people's dignity. You know what I mean? Even if you don't necessarily care about your how your likeness is represented, um, please understand that others do. You know, and in situations like this, especially when someone matters so much to so many, um, it can be quite traumatizing for a lot of people. You know, it's not just shock and awe for everybody. You know, you could really you can give someone lasting damage um, if they were happen to stumble across something like that. So I just think we need to think about that and let it be for what it let it be for what it is. That's what I'm glad that the courts came to that conclusion, and hopefully we can have some more success in that regard if people dare going forward. So that's what I gotta say. I would not expect that any other forms of that would ever show up. Hopefully, all have been destroyed and discarded of. Uh, but you know, all in all, we're happy that she won. So if anybody does have anything, they're gonna lose too. That's what I say about that. So that's what I gotta say, man. Happy Kobe Day, everybody. Rest in peace to all those who lost their lives in that crash. And of course, thank you all for watching BDF 44. And I'm out.